day 3, August 11th. I'm going to try something different, which is just doing some quick updates, which maybe that's going to be hard for me because I have a tendency to not be concise. Anyway, the editing of the videos is taking a little bit of time, and when I get in at the end of the day, I'm pretty tired, so it doesn't go as quickly as it might. So I thought what I would do is do a couple of quick, outtakes or quick little mini videos with a very specific purpose in mind, rather than what I have been doing, which is just kind of recording and waiting for something to happen or whatever. So I just hit the road maybe about 30 minutes ago, and I have to tell you, I'm so glad to be out of there. There have only been 3 times I can think of in my life that I have either left a hotel/motel or really, really wanted to very badly, and last night was one of those times. I won't say the name of it because I don't feel like that's really fair, or that this would be the forum for such a thing. And anyway, I don't know when any of you will next find yourselves in Toledo, but yeah, this place, I made a change at the last minute from the place I was planning on staying because the place the night before was not awesome. But this place, it was just, I don't even know how to describe it. First of all, when I made the reservation online for my phone at a rest area a few hours before I got there, it said there was 1 room left. And when I got there, just to guess, I would say there were maybe 60 rooms, 80 rooms at this motel. And again, just a guess, I'm going to say that there were maybe 8 cars, counting mine. So that was the first thing. The second thing is, there were a few rooms that seemed to have dishes set up outside them. So it definitely seemed like the kind of place where maybe there were a few long-term lodgers. Now, I don't want to come off as a snob. The fact that I'm even staying in motels in the first place, I think, demonstrates that I'm not a snob, and I've got some experience staying, in the budget lodging type of situation. But this place just had it all. It was dingy. It had not been refreshed, which I guess is motel speak for cleaned, in a long time. It was in the middle of nowhere. Well, it wasn't the middle of nowhere. It was right on the highway, but you had to kind of snake through this, I guess, shopping plaza, but where a lot of the stores had gone out of business. So it was a shopping plaza. I was right next to a movie theater that had gone out of business, and the parking lot had been kind of overtaken by weeds and stuff, and so it was kind of desolate, even though it wasn't. Yeah, it was unclean. It just had an eerie, creepy vibe. That's all I can really say. I don't know exactly what put it over the edge from just simply dirty to really feeling kind of genuinely unsafe. But I didn't leave, and it's because, at the end of a long day of driving, I was tired. I have a little black dog who right now is hacking. Don't worry, just a little construction there. So yeah, I just didn't have it in me to leave, even though I really wanted to. If I could have done the I Dream of Jeannie head bob and been out of there, I would have in a second. I would have paid whatever price. So yeah, it was kind of bad. And to give you a sense of what I'm talking about, and just kind of, I don't want to say how low my standards are, but how flexible I am when it comes to where I'll stay. The two other times that I didn't actually leave either time. One of them was a night in San Francisco, and when I checked in, I was with my ex-husband, and I was unpacking toiletries in the bathroom, and I went to move the hairdryer that had been, it was one that could be unplugged. I went to move it to the other side of the sink, and there was human feces on the prong, one of the prongs of the plug. So that was really disgusting, obviously. And my ex and I had at least a 20-minute argument over who was going to go down to the front desk and deal with the situation. And I don't know how, but I somehow lost that. I lost that battle. And I went down to the front desk, and I'm not sure exactly. I know I used the phrase human feces because what do you say? I mean, do you say like there's shit on the blow dryer? And fully expecting them to be horrified and like give us the room for free and all of that. And they just seemed really nonplussed by the whole situation. And they did move us to a different room. And then later that afternoon, we went looking for another place to stay and just couldn't find anything, because we totally would have been out of there if we could have found another room, and we just couldn't on short notice. Not in our price range anyway. The other time was again with my ex-husband, and we were in London, and you know, we had the long flight from Boston, or actually it was longer. I think we went through New York or something, so it was just a long flight. Super tired, get in, and I'll never forget, we opened the door and my ex started crying, which he was not a big crier. It was just that, it wasn't bad, it was just small, super small, and for what we were paying, I think he just, he couldn't take it at that point. So those are the other two times. So this was in that league of badness, human shit, and making a grown man cry. So I barricaded myself in last night. I closed the shades. I did my best to just forget where I was. I went to sleep early. I dreamed about insects, and then I woke up early and left. That is the story of my last night. So kind of the first semi-eventful thing that has happened. And I gotta say, I'm sorry, Toledo residents, but I'm not anxious to go back to your town anytime soon. Alright, this is my little mini